Do you ever wake up feeling more tired than when you went to bed? Or perhaps you struggle to fall asleep, find yourself tossing and turning, or wake up multiple times throughout the night? It's a frustrating reality for many of us, especially as we get a little older. We often dismiss it as just part of aging. But what if I told you that some of the seemingly harmless things we do every single night, just before we drift off, are actually quietly sabotaging our health? These aren't obvious culprits. They're subtle, ingrained habits that, over time, can have a profound impact on everything from our energy levels and mood to our memory and even our heart health. Imagine waking up feeling truly refreshed, ready to embrace the day with vitality. That's the secret we're going to uncover today. In this video, we're going to explore 6 common bedtime habits that silently chip away at your well-being once you hit your 70s and beyond. And more importantly, how you can turn them around. You might be surprised by what you discover. So, make sure you watch until the very end, because I have something truly unexpected that might just change the way you think about your evenings. Now, let's dive right into the first habit that might be quietly undermining your health. Even if you don't realize it, indulging in heavy meals or late-night snacks right before bed. Think about it. Your body needs time to wind down, to prepare for a period of rest and repair. But when you introduce a substantial meal, especially one that's rich in fats, sugars, or even complex proteins, your digestive system has to go into overdrive. Instead of focusing on restorative processes, your body is busy breaking down food, producing digestive acids, and moving things through your system. This isn't just about feeling a bit bloated or experiencing heartburn, although those are certainly uncomfortable. It's about a cascade of internal events that directly interfere with your sleep architecture. When your stomach is working hard, it can lead to discomfort, indigestion, and acid reflux, which can become particularly bothersome when you lie down. That burning sensation or the feeling of food coming back up can jolt you awake, or simply make it impossible to get comfortable enough to fall into a deep sleep. Beyond the immediate discomfort, late-night eating can also mess with your blood sugar levels. A big meal, especially one high in carbohydrates, causes a spike in blood sugar, followed by a potential crash later in the night. This roller coaster can trigger your body to release stress hormones like cortisol, further disrupting your sleep cycle and making it harder to stay asleep. Over time, consistently elevated blood sugar before bed can contribute to insulin resistance and even increase your risk of type 2 diabetes, a condition that has serious implications for your overall health, including heart health and cognitive function, especially as we age. So, what can you do? The key is to give your body ample time to digest before you lie down. Aim to finish your last significant meal at least 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to sleep. If you absolutely must have a snack, choose something very light and easy to digest: a small banana, a handful of almonds, or a cup of herbal tea. Avoid anything spicy, greasy, sugary, or caffeinated. Think about how much better your body feels when it's not burdened with a full stomach trying to process a heavy dinner when it should be resting. It's a simple change, but its impact on your digestive health, blood sugar regulation, and sleep quality can be profound. Moving on from what we put into our bodies, let's talk about what we put in front of our eyes: the pervasive issue of excessive screen time before bed. In our modern world, it's all too easy to spend the last hour or two of our day glued to a television show, scrolling through social media on a tablet, or catching up on news on our phones. It feels like a way to unwind, doesn't it? A last dose of entertainment before turning out the lights. But here's the problem: these devices emit what's known as blue light. And blue light is a powerful signal to our brains that it's daytime. Our bodies have a natural internal clock, called the circadian rhythm, which is largely regulated by light and darkness. When blue light hits our eyes, especially in the evening, it tells our brain to suppress the production of melatonin, the hormone that makes us feel sleepy and helps regulate our sleep-wake cycle. It's like trying to tell your body it's time for bed while simultaneously shining a bright sun in its face. The result? You feel less sleepy. It takes longer to fall asleep. And even when you do, the quality of your sleep can suffer. You might find yourself waking up more frequently or not reaching the deep, restorative stages of sleep that are so crucial for physical and mental repair. Beyond the blue light, there's also the mental stimulation that comes with engaging with screens. Watching an exciting show, reading an intense news article, or getting drawn into a social media debate can activate your brain, raising your heart rate and making it incredibly difficult for your mind to calm down and transition into a state of rest. It's like trying to put a car in neutral when the engine is still revving at full speed. Your mind needs to shift down gears, not speed up. To combat this, the advice is straightforward but often challenging to implement. Aim for a digital detox at least an hour. Ideally, 2 hours. Before your bedtime. This means turning off the TV, putting away your phone, and closing your tablet. Instead, try activities that are genuinely relaxing and don't involve screens. Pick up a physical book, a good old-fashioned paperback. Listen to some calming music. Practice some gentle stretching or light yoga. Or simply have a quiet conversation with a loved one. You could even try some mindful meditation or deep breathing exercises. There are also blue light filtering apps and glasses available. But nothing beats simply removing the device from your pre-sleep routine. You'll be amazed at how much easier it becomes to fall asleep naturally, and how much deeper and more refreshing your sleep feels. Giving your eyes and your brain a break from that constant stimulation is a gift you give yourself every single night, paving the way for better health and more vibrant days. Now that we've discussed how our diet and screen habits can impact our sleep, let's consider something equally fundamental that often gets overlooked: an irregular sleep schedule. Many of us, as we navigate through life, especially after retirement or with changing routines, fall into the habit of going to bed at different times each night and waking up at wildly varying hours. Perhaps you stay up late one night to watch a favorite show, then try to catch up on sleep by sleeping in significantly on the weekend. While it might feel like a flexible way to live, this inconsistency is actually a major disruptor to your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Your circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is like your body's internal clock, a master regulator that controls not just when you feel sleepy and awake, but also influences hormone production, digestion, body temperature, and many other vital processes. It thrives on regularity. When you constantly shift your bedtime and wake-up time, it's akin to putting your body through a mini jet lag every few days. Your internal clock gets confused, never quite knowing when it's supposed to be producing melatonin to make you sleepy, or cortisol to wake you up. This confusion can lead to chronic fatigue, difficulty falling asleep even when you're tired, and an inability to achieve deep, restorative sleep. The consequences of a disrupted circadian rhythm extend far beyond just feeling groggy. Over time, this irregularity can negatively impact your metabolism, making it harder to manage weight and blood sugar. It can weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to illnesses. It can also affect your cognitive function, making it harder to concentrate, remember things, and make decisions. For older adults, maintaining a consistent sleep schedule becomes even more critical because our bodies are often less resilient to these shifts, and the impact on overall health can be more pronounced. The simple, yet powerful solution here is to establish a consistent sleep schedule. Pick a bedtime and a wake-up time that you can stick to most days of the week, even on weekends. It doesn't have to be rigid to the minute, but aim for a window of about 30 minutes on either side. So, if you decide 10 p.m. is your ideal bedtime, try to be in bed by 10:15 p.m. and aiming to wake up around 6:30 a.m. every day. Even if you don't feel sleepy at first, your body will eventually adjust and start to anticipate sleep at that time. If you find yourself struggling to fall asleep at your chosen time, It's better to get out of bed, do something calming in dim light, and try again when you feel genuinely sleepy, rather than lying there frustrated. Over time, this consistent rhythm will help synchronize your internal clock, leading to more efficient sleep and more energized days. It's about building a predictable pattern that your body can rely on, allowing it to perform its nighttime restorative work optimally. Now that we've talked about the importance of regularity, let's delve into something that often prevents us from even getting to that consistent bedtime: the lack of a proper winding down routine before sleep. We live in a world that often demands we stay on. Busy schedules, endless tasks, and constant stimulation. Many of us go from being fully engaged in activities, whether it's household chores, social calls, or watching a gripping documentary, straight to trying to fall asleep. There's no transition, no buffer zone, and this abrupt shift can leave our minds racing and our bodies tense. When you don't allow yourself time to decompress, your brain struggles to switch from its active, problem-solving, and engaged state to a state of rest and relaxation. You might find yourself lying in bed with thoughts swirling, replaying conversations, worrying about tomorrow's appointments, or just general anxiety. This mental chatter is a significant barrier to sleep. Your body might be tired, but your mind is still wide awake, convinced it needs to be productive or alert. This isn't just about feeling stressed. It's about your nervous system staying in a fight or flight mode, rather than shifting into the rest and digest state that's essential for sleep. The solution is to intentionally create a pre-sleep winding down routine, a sacred ritual that signals to your body and mind that it's time to prepare for sleep. This isn't about adding more tasks to your evening. It's about replacing stimulating activities with calming ones. Start this routine at least 30 to 60 minutes before your target bedtime. What does this look like? It could be anything that you find genuinely relaxing and doesn't involve screens or intense mental effort. Consider taking a warm bath or shower. The warm water can help relax your muscles, and the subsequent drop in body temperature after you get out mimics the natural dip in temperature that occurs before sleep, further signaling to your body that it's time to rest. You could read a physical book or magazine, something light and enjoyable, not a thriller that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Listening to calming music, perhaps classical or ambient sounds, can also be incredibly effective. Some people find gentle stretching or very light yoga poses helpful for releasing physical tension. Another wonderful habit is journaling, writing down any lingering thoughts, worries, or tasks for the next day. This brain dump can help clear your mind, preventing those thoughts from swirling around once your head hits the pillow. You might also try some deep breathing exercises or a short guided meditation. There are many free apps and videos available that can walk you through simple relaxation techniques. The key is consistency. By doing the same few calming activities each night, you train your body and mind to associate this routine with sleep. It becomes a powerful cue, a signal that it's time to let go of the day's stresses and embrace peaceful rest. This transition time is not a luxury. It's a necessity for healthy sleep, allowing you to not only fall asleep faster, but also to achieve deeper, more restorative slumber. Next, we'll turn our attention to the physical environment you sleep in and how it might be silently working against your best efforts for a good night's rest, not optimizing your sleep environment. Think of your bedroom as your sanctuary for sleep. Is it truly conducive to rest? Or is it secretly hindering your ability to fall and stay asleep? Many of us overlook the subtle influences of our surroundings, believing that as long as we're tired enough, we'll sleep anywhere. But for quality, restorative sleep, especially as we age, the conditions in your bedroom are incredibly important. First, let's talk about light. Even a small amount of light can disrupt melatonin production and signal to your brain that it's daytime. This includes street lights peeking through thin curtains, the glow of an alarm clock, or even indicator lights on electronic devices. Our ancestors slept in true darkness, and our bodies are still wired for that. If your bedroom isn't pitch black, your body isn't getting the full signal it needs to enter deep sleep. The solution here is straightforward: invest in blackout curtains or blinds. Cover any glowing lights on electronics with electrical tape or turn them off completely. Even a nightlight in a hallway can impact your sleep, so consider minimizing light exposure in areas near your bedroom too. Then there's noise. Whether it's traffic outside, a noisy neighbor, or even a ticking clock, unexpected sounds can jolt you out of sleep or prevent you from reaching deeper sleep stages. Even if you don't fully wake up, your brain is still processing these sounds, keeping you in a lighter sleep state. To combat this, consider using earplugs, which can block out a surprising amount of ambient noise. Another excellent tool is a white noise machine or a fan. The consistent, gentle hum of white noise can mask sudden, jarring sounds, creating a more continuous and soothing sound environment for sleep. There are also apps that play nature sounds or calming ambient music that can serve a similar purpose. Temperature is another critical factor. Our bodies naturally cool down as we prepare for sleep, and a room that's too warm or too cold can significantly interfere with this process. Most sleep experts agree that the ideal temperature for sleep is somewhere between 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If your room is too hot, you'll toss and turn, feeling uncomfortable and sweaty. If it's too cold, your body might shiver, preventing relaxation. Experiment to find what works best for you. But generally, a slightly cooler room promotes better sleep. You can achieve this with proper ventilation, adjusting your thermostat, or choosing appropriate bedding and sleepwear. Finally, consider the comfort of your bed itself. Your mattress and pillows are key players in how well you sleep. An old lumpy mattress or an unsupportive pillow can lead to aches, pains, and constant tossing and turning, which fragments your sleep. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to pressure points and require more support. If your mattress is more than 7 to 10 years old, or you wake up with back or neck pain, it might be time to consider replacing it. Similarly, your pillow should support the natural curve of your neck and spine. It's an investment in your health that pays dividends every single night. Also, try to keep your bedroom tidy and free of clutter. A chaotic environment can contribute to a chaotic mind, making it harder to relax and settle down. Create a space that feels calm, serene, and dedicated to rest. Now, for the final, and perhaps most critical habit that quietly destroys health, especially after 70, ignoring persistent sleep issues, such as chronic snoring or suspected sleep apnea. Many people, particularly older adults, might experience louder snoring as they age or as their body changes, and often dismiss it as an annoying but harmless part of getting older. However, persistent, loud snoring, especially if it's accompanied by gasping, choking sounds, or pauses in breathing, can be a symptom of a much more serious underlying condition called sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a disorder where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. These pauses, which can last for several seconds or even a minute, cause your oxygen levels to drop, and your brain briefly wakes you up to restart breathing. This can happen hundreds of times a night. Even if you don't remember waking up, the result is extremely fragmented and poor quality sleep. Even if you're in bed for 8 hours, you're simply not getting the deep, restorative sleep your body needs. The consequences of undiagnosed and untreated sleep apnea are severe and far-reaching, especially for those over 70. It significantly increases your risk for high blood pressure, heart attack, stroke, irregular heartbeats, and type 2 diabetes. It also severely impacts cognitive function, leading to memory problems, difficulty concentrating, and an increased risk of accidents due to daytime sleepiness. The chronic lack of oxygen and fragmented sleep puts immense stress on your entire cardiovascular system and brain. It's not just about feeling tired. It's about a direct threat to your longevity and quality of life. If you or your partner notice any signs of loud, persistent snoring, breathing pauses, or if you consistently wake up feeling exhausted despite being in bed for hours, it is absolutely crucial to talk to your doctor. Do not dismiss these symptoms. Your doctor can recommend a sleep study, which is a test that monitors your breathing, heart rate, oxygen levels, and brain activity during sleep to diagnose sleep apnea or other sleep disorders. If diagnosed, there are highly effective treatments available. These can range from lifestyle changes like weight loss, avoiding alcohol before bed, and sleeping on your side, to devices like CPAP machines, continuous positive airway pressure which gently keep your airway open while you sleep. While a CPAP machine might seem daunting at first, many people find it life-changing, restoring their sleep quality and significantly improving their overall health and energy levels. Addressing these issues isn't just about sleeping better. It's about safeguarding your heart, your brain, and your ability to live a vibrant, active life for many years to come. This is the unexpected thing I mentioned at the beginning, because so many people don't realize how dangerous untreated sleep issues can be. So, there you have it. 6 seemingly innocent bedtime habits that, when unaddressed, can subtly but significantly diminish your health as you age. We've talked about the impact of late-night eating, the disruptive blue light from screens, the importance of a consistent sleep schedule, creating a calming pre-sleep routine, optimizing your sleep environment for true rest, and critically, not ignoring persistent sleep issues like snoring or potential sleep apnea. Remember, small, consistent changes truly can make a monumental difference in your health and happiness. You don't have to overhaul everything at once. Pick one habit to focus on this week. Make a small adjustment and see how you feel. Then, when you're ready, tackle the next one. Your body and mind will thank you for it, and you'll find yourself waking up with more energy, clearer thinking, and a greater sense of well-being. I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these habits impacting your sleep or health? What small changes have you found most helpful? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else who's struggling. If you found this video helpful and want to discover more ways to live your best life at every age, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We're always here to share practical, actionable advice to help you thrive. Thank you for spending this time with me. Here's to living your best life, full of energy and vitality, every single day.